Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure! Today is Tuesday, September the 9th, 2025, and of course Tuesdays are our project days, where we work on completing large projects, either starting them, completing them, doing the whole thing, or at least doing chunks. And for the last couple of weeks, we've been working on our library, which is not quite finished yet. I mean, the outside is basically done. We need to do some decorating around the outside and stuff, but the inside is just about ready for us to actually bring over some librarians, which is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be bringing over the librarians, figuring out how we're going to actually go about sort of separating them into their own little areas, as well as how we're actually going to get them over here. Now, I figure what I'll do is I'll put them all in boats, and then we'll use our ghast friend here to bring them over. I do kind of think that I need a boat for each of them, so that I can actually get in the boat with them, and then pilot them to where I want them, as opposed to letting them just kind of run wild and then trying to cage them. It's going to be a bit of a process. It's going to be a bit of a nuisance more than anything, if we're being honest. So I'm going to grab some leads, 4 leads for 4 boats, and then we will head out here. And we'll just start moving them over, I guess, right away. Who do we want to move over first? I mean, we have our original fellow right here. The guy that we first brought over here. I don't think it's actually this guy. This guy? Who's got mending? I'm pretty sure the mending guy was our first guy. Was it you? Mr. Mending. Buddy, have I got news for you. What a happy, happy day. You're getting set free for a boat ride. Look at him, he's so conditioned he doesn't know what to do. Come on out, buddy. Come get in the boat. We're gonna go on an adventure together. I don't want to go over there. I'll get stuck in this rut. Are you atrophied or something? Because you haven't walked in a long time? Come on out. Okay, how about this? What if I throw your lectern down over here? How about that? Get rid of this flower, plop that sucker down. There we go. And now I'm just thinking about the logistics of what we're doing here, and I'm like, you know what? Forget what I said earlier. They're all coming out. They're all getting in the boats. Come along. Perfect. Just go ahead and get them all in boats now. Carry them all over there in one clean trip, one quick journey, one nice fluid journey, and then we'll kind of deal with the ramifications of getting them all shuffled around. Now, actually, I don't know if we can take them all in one trip. Also, this guy's not going anywhere. This is a cleric. Where do clerics belong? Actually, that's a real question. Where am I supposed to stick a cleric? Church, maybe? I don't know. I guess we'll have to build a church at some point. I've got 1 more bamboo boat, and I need 2 more bamboo boats, but that's a problem for me in a minute. This is me right now, dealing with this issue. Come on out. Let's go. Come on, bud. Come pick one of these. Hello? Do you not see what I'm doing over here, man? How can you turn this down? This is the most appealing thing any of your people have ever seen. Look at all the lecterns. They just keep stacking. Do I need to, like, get in here and, like, push you or something? You have no idea how badly I wish I could lead you around. If I could just wrap this thing around your neck and yoink you out of there. Come on! Let's go! Let's get moving, pal! There we go. It's all about placement. It's all about, you gotta learn how to manipulate people if you want them to do what you want them to do. If you aren't learning how to manipulating people, you aren't learning how to live your best life. Buy my book, How to Manipulate People and Have Success. Available now where all just sleazy, awful books are sold. Why do you need 1 less bamboo plank for the boat? Or did they didn't... That's the boat, that is the boat recipe. Never mind. I asked a stupid question. Because the boat recipe was different in my head. I don't know why. Okay, these guys have actually had a little bit more, like, a freedom of motion inside of their enclosures. But don't worry, we'll be putting an end to that as well. Go. Get in the boat. Just get in the boat. Don't fight me on this. Not looking to have a struggle here, okay? I just want to get you guys moved into your new home. Purpose-built. No more semi-imprisonment over here. In the shadow of my mountain. You get your own big library. I'm doing you all a solid here. And you're acting like you're afraid for your lives. Nothing bad's happened. I guess, you know what, the last time I led them on boats, I forcibly took them away from their home and imprisoned them in little boxes where they had to sell me, like, books constantly. So I can actually understand the trepidation they must be experiencing right now. But, like, actually, no, this is better for you. I built you your own place. See, some of you might have thought, Reese, why is this a Project Tuesday? And hopefully now you're starting to understand why this is a project video. Right, because this is going to be quite a project. Like, Reese, you're not building anything. I'm building a legacy, is what I'm building. And also, we've got to, like, finish furnishing the Furnishing the library. There will be no furnaces. We might add one. Something to keep them warm in the winter, you know? Throw some books in there. Gather around to stay warm. I think if I'm not careful, I may end up accidentally attaching a boat to the gas, which is not what we want to do. What we want to do is I want to be holding the leads, and then I want to get on the gas. Okay, now don't you you tend to wander off, and I need you to not wander off right now. No, stop. Stay there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we open. I think we open. Oh gosh, we take that one loose, and then we hop onto him. Is that right? No, hold on. I think we accidentally just hooked all of them onto that fence. Gosh darn it. Oh, jeez. Okay, so he's free now. Gosh darn you, come back. This was not thought through. Okay, we're gonna affix all of them to there. And then we're gonna go get him back. There we go. And then we will right-click on that. Hold on, don't go anywhere. No, no, no! Okay, we gotta move fast. Boop, and then boop. Ah ha ha ha! Oh, we lost one of them. You know what? We'll come back for them. Oh, you know, I don't know. Like, it's gonna be... like, I can't quite reach him, so I've just got to be quick about it again to do that. And then, before he gets away, do that. Okay, maybe there's a limit. Maybe that's what it is. We'll assume there's a limit, and we'll just take these guys. Oh, no! Oh, no, I didn't think about this! Oh, jeez. Okay. We gotta kill this guy before he kills them. Perfect. Okay, F8. Let's figure out where we're having problems. We'll deal with, like, a more permanent lighting solution in the future. But for now, we just need to throw down some torches and make sure that doesn't happen again, because I don't want these guys getting attacked out here while I'm working on moving them all over. That would be detrimental. I hate so much about what you choose to be. You obnoxious ghast. Come back here. So, now we just gotta get these guys. And are you gonna make that complicated? He tried to. He certainly tried to. Okay. Goodbye, you. Fare thee well now, good sire. Thank you for your assistance. Now we've got to figure out how we're gonna break these guys up and sort of get them in their own little divisions. So we can fit them in, kind of like that. Let's go take a nap and pick up some like building materials, and then we'll work this out. All right, so here are our options, right? Here we are with the tough brick, the smooth, tough brick wall, and yeah, it looks awful with the stair back there, but we can correct that. That's not what we're looking at. What we're looking at here is we've got the dark oak trapdoor up top to actually literally trap them. That's why it's there, to keep them from getting out. This is design idea number 1. I think it's a bit kludgy, it's a bit messy, it's a bit much-y, if you will. Meanwhile, over here, I decided to go all the way across with the trapdoor. Now, we can mix and match. I'm not saying this goes with this. I'm saying here's an option, here's an option. We've got to weigh all the different options. I do think I like it better going all the way across as opposed to on top of the individuals, because it looks much less targeted. This just looks like you're giving them a nice little, like, low roof line, and this looks like you're imprisoning people. Now, it is true that's what we're doing, but we want it to look nice. We want it to have a nice aesthetic, and I think it looks good with the wood back there and everything, so I think that's probably the way we're going to go. With the fencing to either side, less of a fan. Less of a fan, honestly. You know what's something I hadn't considered? Was bookshelves, because this is a library after all, so we might need to consider bookshelves. And then also over here, I was trying it with some polished tough slab. I don't know. Let's go grab some bookshelves, and we'll kind of see how we feel about it. These guys down here, they're itching with anticipation to get inside, though. Not because they're excited to be inside of that building, they just don't want to be out in the sun for too long. They don't have any sunscreen. They can feel their skin sizzling. I need to get them inside soon. Contrary to what a lot of you may think, I'm actually not a monster who wants to hurt these villagers. They mean a lot to me. They're quite valuable to me, as they provide a very important service to the realm. And so, therefore, I must take care of them. I'm not a bad guy. I'm going to take care of my people, don't you worry. And I know some of you are probably thinking, Reese, shouldn't we go ahead and turn these around now? Can we please turn the lecterns around now and have them face towards the villagers the way they're supposed to be? Why do you always have the block facing towards you? And, well, the actual reason for that, it's a good question, was because when we initially trapped them, we did it by having them come along the backside and we placed the lecterns down in front of us. We can have it face towards them, though, if you feel like that makes more sense. Comment down below. But I still like the lectern facing outward, because first off, it's announcing to you, hey, this is the type of villager here, and this is their wares. And then also, it's almost like they're just sort of displaying what they've got on offer here. Can't you put books on these? Should we put the #1 item they sell, like as a representation, onto the lectern, so that you can look at it and know, like, what it actually say? I don't know. That's actually a good question. These are things we're going to have to possibly experiment with now. But, oh right, I was going to test with this. Something like that? I kind of like that. That's a bit much right there. That's a little bit much. In place of this, though, to hold them down, possibly, maybe let's try that. That's too much. That's way too much. And let's make sure that we use the correct axe on this, right? We don't want to cause any issues here. Let's get Velvety out. Don't want to have books flying all over the place. And now that I think about it, we really don't need the whatever we use to extend all the way up here. I'm pretty sure they can't fit through this gap. So it could just be this. It could be something as simple as this. Or for that matter, something as simple as this. Or for that matter, something as simple as that. You know, whatever we think is sort of the least, this stands out the least, I feel like. That stands out the least. And we could do that and then also have bookshelves. Now, again, it gets too messy. It gets too cluttered. I wish we could have different types of wooden bookshelves. That would be nice. Maybe we can, and I just never checked. You can't. Might ought to hop on that one, Mo Yang. Get it done. I don't think I like the bookshelves. You know what? I really just think that it's a bit much. And it's such a simpler and cleaner design when you just have these in here. The polished, tough walls. That's what we gotta do. That is the way it's gonna be. And that's the way it is. Oh, that's the way it is. Don't give up on your faith. Love comes to those who believe it. And that's the way it is. Come on, you. Let's go. Didn't we figure out that we could kind of make these jump if we jumped? Oh my gosh, we can! What have we been doing this whole time? Trying to figure out how to, like, elevate boats. What have we been doing this whole time? Well, we don't want them to run away. We want them to get inside of these little grooves. Let's make sure they can't escape. Okay, they're stuck in here with us now. I don't really care who goes where. You know, we'll memorize wherever they end up, I suppose. Don't give me lip, buddy. Listen, don't give me lip. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no! Almost. Minecraft needs to give you some kind of a tool that allows you to very easily and humanely move around villagers. Maybe like a hammer and you bonk them over the head with it and they get dazed and then you can just kind of very easily guide them around. I need you to be right here, buddy. You're like nearly there, my guy. You're like nearly there. What about this? What about that? What if I put a lectern like up there? Now that you're gonna try to reach it? I suppose before I do anything, I ought to fix this. Figure out exactly what we're gonna do there. That. Oh! He was there! He was there! Oh my gosh! Stay! 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 Please! Please! No! They were both there! Stay right there. Stay right there. No! This is stupid. What? What if I just put them back in the boat? One at a time. Right? Hop in, buddy. Stop running from your destiny! Get in the boat! Get in the boat! Move. I gotta turn on the reverse camera and make sure that we beep, 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 beep. It can't fit. It's not gonna fit. Yes, it is. No, it's not. It gets that close and then it stops. Okay, you know what we have to do? We have to just fully encapsulate them in here. Like that. And then just nudge them backwards. There we go. Yeah! And now you shouldn't be able to get out. Yeah, stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Literally on opposite sides of the room from one another, but they're where we want them. Maybe they didn't like each other. Maybe that was the problem the whole time. Who's coming home next? I choose you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to your nightmare. Who am I kidding? It's my nightmare. This is my nightmare I have to live with, trying to get them all where they belong. You build an entire wall, just so you can then, like, start the process of trying to funnel them where they need to be. You son of a gun. You clever son of a gun. There we go. Another one down. Look here, you. Come over here and have a look at that. How about this one? It's on the ground. You can get to it. Okay. Woohoo! You stay. You get inside of here now, because you've been more stubborn than anyone else I've had in here so far, and that's saying something. I've had some stubborn people in here, so just get in the boat. Get in the boat! Get over here. You stay right there. Okay. No possible escape for you now. And you're so close. See, that's what they... No. This is the conclusion they all reach eventually, buddy. That there's no point in fighting. Because I can do this forever. Alright? You're never gonna get... The happiest place in the world for a librarian is standing by their lectern. And you're never gonna get that unless you just... Relent! Relent, I say! Take a knee! Know your place. Understand that you are a part of something bigger than yourself. You are a part of my empire. An important part, too. I love you. Final two. Final two. Well, final four, but final two boats. Oh no, get out of the wall! He'll heal. He'll heal. He'll be fine. He shouldn't blame me for that. That's not... Well... It wasn't intentional. It's not like I attacked him. Alrighty, fellas. I've learned a lot since I started this project. And I know that just letting you two run free is going to be a pain. So if I keep you trapped inside of this little area, eventually you'll come to terms with where your place is in life. It's a beautiful thing, too. It's a beautiful thing when you stop resisting. Embrace the Empire, my friends. Cherish it. Boom. How come that fits? How come it fits when I'm driving it in straight, but not when I'm trying to drive it in reverse, right? Like, well, explain that to me. Someone explain that to me. Use small words, please. Okay. We're done. That's it. We did it. 47 minutes later, they're all in. They're all in place. Looks a little barren. I'm actually not just going to leave it as is, because I do have a slight concern that what if a mob does show up, right? So what I was going to do was I was going to build a couple of guardians for them to kind of stomp around in here and just kind of keep the peace, but I have a sneaking suspicion that they'll ultimately end up wandering outside, you know, and just, like, going into the ocean, and that's fine. We'll just build more, I guess. I'd actually prefer if you didn't do that, though. Like, I know I said it's fine, but I don't want you to go outside. Please don't. Please don't. I guess we're gonna have to build some kind of a door. I wanted to have a big open door, but I guess we need to have something of a, I mean, if we have a door, then we don't need these guys. Because, well, I guess a skeleton could still get here and shoot at them. But then what are these guys gonna do about that? Can they even reach a skeleton from this side? I don't think so. Don't stand on the lecterns. You know what? I hope you both leave. I actually don't want you in this room anymore. You're bothering me, and I hate you. Let's go get a bunch of books and a bunch of emeralds, and I'll explain why in a minute. Pretty lonely over here now, isn't it? All by yourself. Don't worry. I'm gonna build a place for you too someday. Not today, but someday. So if I buy from you, what is your best offer? Thorns 3 and Depth Strider 2. I feel like Thorns 3 is your claim to fame. If I buy that, can I set that up here? Man, why did I think I could set it up here? That sucks. Okay. Well, is there any way I can display that you're the Thorns guy that's gonna look good? Hanging signs all the way from the ceiling seems like it might be a bit much. But if it works... No, we're not doing that. That'd be so much chain. We're gonna bring some chain, though. I guess first thing we'll try is item frame on the front with thorns in it. And so, like, that works not at all. Because it doesn't say what type of book it is when you look at it. Unless maybe we... Like, it's called, what, Thorns 3? But it's called an enchanted book. If we renamed it, and then maybe even named the item frame itself... I need this to work without Wayla. Right? Like, because what if I don't have Wayla installed? Or, well, I guess we don't have Wayla installed. Whatever the equivalent we're using right now. What is it called? I've forgotten. I apologize. I have actually forgotten. Jade. Without Jade, we need to also, like, didn't we figure out at some point? It's right here, right? Yeah, if you name the item inside of it. Okay. So if we name this thing Thorns 3, Thorns 3, the book, and then we do that. Oh, folks, that's so much better than signs, I feel like. Because they actually, like, pop out. A sign is flat, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. We have this... Oh. Wait, what? Oh, so shift and right-click. What? Now, wait a minute. Can I do that with the... Now, how did... Now, wait a minute! Was it just like, you can place these flat down, so that's what happened. I actually just accidentally placed it on the top. Okay, well, what if I then put the book in it? It says Thorns 3 right in front of his face. But you have to aim awkwardly. Can I actually, like, snap to like that? No. We're not gonna do that. That's silly. No, stop that. Right in the front. Thorns 3. What do you sell? You sell Thorns 3. So it's that, or we put a sign somewhere. And where would we put the sign? Like, up here? I mean... But you'd have to, like, squint... It looks silly. No. We've already figured out what we're doing. We've already figured it out. This is it. This is the way. The problem is some of these guys, like, Depth Strider 3 is a crazy good deal. So, Protection 3 is also a crazy good deal. I guess it comes down to what are we most likely to get out of these guys. I feel like protection is the most likely thing we're going to go for. On this guy, oh, is it going to be efficiency or unbreaking? Oh, no. I guess we could name, like, multiple things. Like, we named this Thorns 3, but could we not name it something different? We should bring an anvil over here. That would make this a lot easier. Oh, dear. That would make this a lot easier if I didn't have to keep running back over here. So, this guy. This fella right here. He's got protection... Smite is way too expensive, but he's got Depth Strider. We don't even have to actually buy one of those books. We could could we have named the I don't think if we'd named just the lectern, I don't think it would show up. I think it has to be an item with the name inside the frame. And at that point, we might as well use the book. But we could just use any book. We could use any item. We could put a bone in there if we wanted to. At this point, we will use protection. And it's going to be protection and Depth Strider. And I guess if it's the top tier, we don't really need to clarify what type of protection it is. Well, the protection does go up to 4, but that's still like the best protection we've got. We don't have a guy that does protection 4. That's not a thing that we've got. Names can be very long. Can you add a... No, you cannot add an enter. I can do protection and then something else. It's a good thing we've got levels to spare for this. Protection, comma, Depth Strider. So if I throw that in there... Oh, it's just long. It's just long. I want to rename it as well. I don't like the way that looks. We could do a bar in between them. Thorns, Protection, Depth Strider. We got our Unbreaking and our Efficiency inside of here. Is that right? I'm never sure how to spell efficiency. I think that's right. There's too many I's, E's, and C's. That's a lot for Fortune. We're going to say that this guy... dabbles mostly. Like, do we have a better fortune? I feel like we probably have a better fortune. If he's the best fortune we got, so be it. Wow, that sucks. Yeah, I guess he's the fortune guy. Lot going on there. A lot to take in. I wish you could step back and still see it all, too. That's the one problem. Feather Falling, Unbreaking, and Infinity. This guy's got everything. This fellow right here's got a pretty good deal on Infinity, Sweeping Edge, Protection, and Impaling. If I could figure out how to do the symbols, I bet you I could make all of those be different colors as well. But I can't figure it out. Oh my gosh, what perfect timing for that thing to break. Because I just did the last one. You got Fire, Eluding, Fire Aspect, and Breach. Speaking of, could we get a couple of these and apply them potentially to our sword, or would that be too costly? Will we do more in here is the question. Will we continue to develop this space? Should we add an enchanting area over here? Because I was trying to figure out, I was like, okay, where are we going to fit more of these guys when we get them? Adding a second floor won't be difficult. Literally, just right on top of their heads, we add more floor, have it make like a U shape around here, have a stair in the background room or something like that. That's perfectly doable. But then also, do we want to have more of them along the back here? Do we want them to extend all the way down here? Because we can fit 2 more in right here. And then we could have like a little enchanting area, but then that takes up a lot of space. And then where does the staircase go? Staircase can go right here. Take us up to the 2nd floor where we have more of them. Heck, we might even be able to fit in a 3rd floor. I don't know for sure. These are all just the ideas that I'm having. These are all just the sorts of things I'm trying to figure out here right now. For right now, we're good. For right now, we're great. For right now, goodness me, let's cut the cake. Let's go before it gets fully daylight, because it looks like that's happening right now. Can we make it inside and go to bed and get rid of the rain? Oh, baby! I mean, we must have, like, just barely made it. This is either going to be exceedingly expensive or actually just impossible for us. We're about to find out. A couple of fire aspects together, and then our sword. It's actually not expensive at all. Is there anything else we'd want to add to the sword before we just commit to this? Let me check my enchantments cheat sheet here. Get the sword pulled up here because I do know that, yeah, here we go. Knockback is probably the one thing that is not on here that we could potentially add, and I don't want it because it makes fighting mobs harder sometimes when it's pushing them away from you and you're trying to kill them quickly. It's good if you need to keep distance, but if it's like a skeleton, it's the worst. For zombies, if you're being swarmed by zombies and you can knock them back with every swing and get yourself some space to work with, that's great. Not so much with skeletons, and I'm thinking having fire... It's not that we can't have fire aspect and knockback. We could. I'm just saying if we add fire aspect now, we might not be able to add knockback. It might become prohibitively expensive. But personally, I don't want knockback on the Dead Man's Bane, but being able to catch things on fire, yeah, maybe. I can't believe it's taken this long, though. All the times we've talked about building a library, this long it's taken us to actually build the darn thing. But, like, here it is. I'm trying to get, like, a really good thumbnail. I wish that guy at the head of the line would turn and look at me. I think that would be great if everyone else was looking away, kind of minding their own business, and then that guy right there at the entrance turned... Oh, he literally looked away from me. The exact inverse of what I wanted. Here they are, though. Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. They're no longer out in the elements. They're no longer being barely protected from the drowned. They have their own big house here with lots and lots of room. I would maybe want to add table or windows up top there, potentially. Maybe a reading area. I've got all kinds of ideas for a library now. Floor looks good. I suppose we could put the staircase right here by the entrance. We could go up 1, 2, 3. Well, at some point it's got to turn is the only issue. So, like, how narrow do we want it to be? Could have it go 1, 2, 3, landing. 4, 5. Well, it doesn't need to go that high, though. It really only needs to go up a couple of blocks if we're going to have it be literally on top of these guys. Yeah, that's fine. That suits me just fine. I love the idea of a cozy little cramped library. Add a fireplace to this end. Oh, having all kinds of ideas now. Well, there's more work to be done in the library as the year goes on, but also we need to build a place for the cleric to live, which I guess is going to be a church. A Christian church. We're gonna make the cleric a Christian, I guess, and we'll worry about that next time. Tomorrow, of course, will be Wednesday, and Wednesday is our Slay the Dragon Day, which means I get to spend the next 24 hours trying to figure out exactly how we're gonna tackle that in a way that is unique. Last week we used TNT, which was fun, but how do you top it? Come back next time, we'll figure it out. Till then, thank y'all for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.